Man, so I'm gonna let you lead this one.
All right.
What are we talking about?
We talking about
What's the subject today?
I don't know. We're gonna talk about pricing. Pricing. Justifying your pricing. Or is it to be justified? So stick around. I think this is gonna be a good one, fun one.
I always like talking a little bit of money. All right. Okay. All right. Kick some game. You know who is and we all have the people, that we kind of look to in our businesses for kind of like mentorship or how would you say it? Kind of you aspire to do what they're doing in a way, or there's things that you really value.
I think the biggest one is us being associated in the community and building our network, talking, friendship. We don't really, there's not, where we go for inspiration, where we go for advice, always comes from a different set of business.
Yes.
A different entity, but business is business.
Yes.
That's all the same, but it's great insight to hear when you talk to someone in a different scope.
Yeah.
And they break down the things or give you examples when about money, about pricing, about clients.
Yeah. And everybody has their methodology. Everybody has their market, and everybody kind of has like their niche, you would say. And it's kind of all over the place, and it's interesting to hear because there's people where, and this is why we encourage you guys to have so many, to broaden your network. If it's just your local detailers, because there's so much insight there with business and how they do things. And you're just like, wow, that's what I need to incorporate. Or that's what I don't. For instance, we'll give you an example. If somebody comes to us and they say
Clean towel.
Yeah. You used it. So have a pop up right there. But there's guys that we've learned so much about and from that we've incorporated to our business when I'll give you an example of how you learn things like so quickly with saving a shit ton of time and labor and headache, where they're just like, oh, well, I don't do those anymore.
That is the number one
if
comment.
Someone tells us
when you ask them questions,
yeah,
and when they come out with force,
yes,
they ain't been so sure in their life.
There's pain behind those eyes.
I don't do that no more.
Yeah,
huh? Tell me more.
Yes. Oh,
because they're passionate about that. You can't script that.
Yeah. Like when someone
feel conviction.
Like when someone asks us, "Do you do mold jobs?" No. Nope. Don't do them. Nope. Not gonna do them. And we're road paint's right there too.
Road paint is right there too. Road paint is there. Son.
Road paint's right there. So there's a few that are just, and it's not about, okay, can we get it done? Yes. But we know those types of work are going to eat up so much to where it's like the opportunity cost is going to kill you. However,
things can be rearranged.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah, there's ways around it. But there's ways around it. But for the most part, you had to go through that experience and learn that. So those are things that it's not really like book teachable.
Yeah.
So when Rennie talks about making money, like from a detailer perspective, like, and he could be talking about it at any level. He could be talking about like you just started last week, or you've been in the business for 20 years.
Because
he's going to tell you how to make some money in some savvy ways.
Also about Rennie, which I could really appreciate, he ain't no punk. That's a savvy dude. Yes, and he learned things, but he learned things at a faster rate because of how smart he is.
Yeah.
He's done everything in the detailing thing.
Yeah, he's done
everything at the highest level.
Yeah. In the industry.
He wasn't no punk doing it wrong.
Yeah.
He was doing everything
It wasn't like, oh, he's like, no, Rennie was here.
He was doing
like,
it
Rennie
right.
was, yeah.
You know what I mean? So when he says these things, it's like, okay, I'm glad we're already not doing that. That just solidifies we're on the right
track. It's like
track.
we could start here. I don't need to mess around right here. And Rennie recognizes things. So he already knows. So if you guys don't, Rennie has a podcast, and shout out to what is it called? Something learning.
Yeah.
What is it called? Detailing. So shout out to Detailing Success.
Okay.
Because Rennie,
I would have.
Rennie, he's about it. Like he's proven and shown, with what he's done, and everybody knows him. Go ahead.
So, shout out to Rennie. Rennie's the man. But I want to jump to something. The opposite of Rennie is what? Someone that dabbled and dabbled at everything, but did it mediocre at the lowest level.
Yeah.
Even though those guys did it all, I'm not sure how do you do the advice thing? You know what I mean? You got to know, okay, that did work. That didn't work. Okay. When that happens, usually they're making the same mistake.
Yeah.
At a different type of business decision.
Like at some point, there's going to be a big halt.
Yes. Like
you're kind of like not getting past. Yeah. It's very interesting because I like talking to the guys, because eventually what happens is we all start talking about business. And business, if they're comfortable, we're going to start shooting around like at a different level that's not maybe discussed a lot, and people get excited about. It's like, okay, well, this is our market here. What should we do in this situation, or how should we price in this situation? Okay, what are you doing? What's happening here? How long is this taking you? Is this, or like Rennie says, if they're charging, if they're calling you because it's you, he goes, you already should be charging more. He's like, they're calling you because it's you, because of whether it's the personality you have, your customer service, because they want to do the business with you. If you want to do the business with somebody enough to where you're willing to pay that premium, that means they're worth it. So Rennie's like, if you're that, so that already changes. Now you're on a different playing field. So I think with pricing, people incorporate the wrong things for their pricing to justify their pricing.
Right. And what are those things? Give me a couple.
I would say lack of technical expertise.
Oh, okay.
It's taking me. It's going to take me 2 days to do this paint correction, which I've worked multiple days on paint corrections, and I know some of these corrections take a long time, especially when you're doing spot sanding. It's a preservation. It may be a single stage paint job. It could be, a lot of factors. It could be a custom paint. All these different factors come into play, but when it's an average 2-step that somebody good could do in a 1-step in a coating or something, and one person is saying, oh, it's going to cost this amount of money because it's going to take me this long to do. And the other person's like, yo, I could do the same result. Because there's guys that could do the same result in half the time easy and put out a better result.
Okay. So this comes to the clientele now that you're reaching.
Yes.
The clientele, the clientele that's out there is just like, you got to have my car for 3 days. It's going to cost how much?
Yeah.
Damn, Playboy. Like
3 days.
3 days. Like
and I don't wait 3 days for nothing.
Like
I don't wait 3 days for nothing.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to get. That's a result of that maybe people aren't thinking. Like, if I'm going to give you that much money, there's got to be a better time frame. Yeah. I'm paying for time now too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's where a lot of, who gets in these discussions a lot of times, and I hear it all the time, it's the custom painters. The custom painters. But you talk to the real ones in the industry and they'll say, nah, they're taking on too much work. It's the operation that's not in order.
Yeah.
It's not that they, like, it's the other shit they're having to deal with besides being a technician. Mm-hmm. Like when we come in, it's like, yo, this is business. We ain't no, it's straight to business.
Yeah.
Like we're maximizing productivity, whatever we do. This camera comes on, we're boom, everything.
Right.
Every single thing that
because
we
then
do.
It's not worth our time. If
it's not.
If we come in like that, we might as well not even do the damn job.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's things that put us behind from the get-go, it's like, yo, this is no. So I think expectation, time frame, service, market, there's so many variables, expert level, maybe you have expertise in something.
Opportunity costs. People don't know how they evaluate opportunity costs. That's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you got a slow team, you're going to charge this amount for you to know when it's for a lack of the operational portion of it. Because I think all that does in the long run is you're going to have somebody call you out on that shit. Well, because I go places and I'm like, yo, I see why your shit's all jacked up. And I'm not talking about details. I'm talking about like a restaurant. I see why your shit's all messed up. And now it's coming back to the customer.
Okay. When you hear
we're eating the cost.
Detailers, this is a good way of knowing. When you hear detailers complaining the whole time, it's just like, well, how come you haven't fixed none of those things? You over here complaining about them.
Yeah. It's
the people that complain. It's like, yo, Playboy, like it's all you.
Yeah.
So like if you think about it, all the people are complaining about something. Just like, well, how come you ain't fixed that yet?
Yeah.
And they're talking about like simple stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That just eats away at time and labor and all that stuff. Yeah. So you compound a bunch of those on top of work that you got to do and an overbooked schedule, you're going to be in a bad place.
I mean, that's why.
And it's like, well, I only do 2 jobs a year. It's like, are you only doing 2 jobs a year because that's literally all you could do? Or are you doing 2? Or maybe you're just comfortable. You're cool with that.
Right. Well, that's a different.
That's a whole different discussion.
This is where we lose people.
Yes.
Because there are people that are doing that, and they're just, well, that it works. Okay, if it works for you, and that's your thing, not you, Playboy. We ain't talking to you.
Yeah.
It's the people that are saying this is the reason why they can't get any more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yes, it's because of all the operational stuff that's all jacked up to where they literally cannot. There's not enough hours in a day.
If this is your business, if that's your business model,
yes,
great. That we're not talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some people, obviously, like with us, we put a limit on everything that we do. We don't overdo our workload, or we already know the productivity drop off starts at what, 3 hours, 3.5 hours? It starts to decrease.
3 hours.
Yeah. So we know the jobs that are in 3 hours, you're going to get 120%. But as the time increases after that 3 hours, the productivity drops. Our percentage and our profit margin starts to, now we're thinking bottom line. So that's why we do those slots.
For example, we all think it's better we have multiple cars at one location.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we all could agree on that if you maximize everything, do everything right. However, we found out 4 cars, same location, that's no breaks.
Yeah.
That is 3.5 hours straight, and then the drop off, you know what I mean? So now like there's even a limit of how many on-site one location jobs we're gonna do. You guys understand that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like at that point, all money ain't good money, even with that.
Yeah.
Because people always say, well, you said this. Like, yes, however, there's something else now that we're hitting.
Uh-huh. And I think people also, when they're in a shop setting, you don't have, it's almost like, well, the car's not going away. It's still here. I know I got to do it, but it's still here. So just the fact that you're seeing the car for a day is kind of like it's going to be okay. And then it turns into 2 days, like the mechanics. Then it turns into 3 days. I'll put that one. I just got this quick little job to finish up here. Then I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Oh, just came in for this. We can knock this out real quick. Then we'll get to this.
Right.
Or Shop or Mobile.
Because there's always something.
Yeah, or Shop or Mobile, and even if you have a team and you have like you have 2 vehicles, it's like, how do you allocate? Do you have an order of operation effective enough to be able to be scalable, or does it only work with X amount of people? So we already know, we've done time studies and we've rearranged and tried to do everything. It's better to just do one, and then as needed, you knock them off and drift them over. That's what we do. As soon as you're done with that, okay, we can hold it down from here. Now you go from there. But you pretty much have to be like 80%. And then you start to, you know what I mean? And that's been the most effective way for us with working with larger teams and doing multiple vehicles to a certain standard. But all of that stuff, if you're doing all of those things already in your business to maximize your productivity, maximize your labor efficiency, your resources, if you're taking that much time, you're making money because you understand it. And you understand where your loss is. You can literally feel it. We feel a drop off, or we know if somebody's not feeling good and they came into work and they're limping around or something, that's going to cost us money. That right there, is it better to just tell homeboy to go home?
Yeah.
Like, you got to come to play. Like, we're not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, it's game day every day, because that's how we maximize our profits. But we have to be like that for the amount of hours that we want to work to live the lifestyle that we want to live and to be able to do the other stuff within the business. Right. So we have like strict limitations that we have already calculated. And we know, like when some people say, well, I can't do a detail for less than this amount of money because I'm not going to make money.
I get it.
Yeah. But I'm like, how are you not? You should make money, like, even if it took you whatever, longer than expected. You should always be making money if you got your business in order.
That is correct.
It would be very difficult because your inventory should be in order to where you're like, okay, if I got to squeeze one vehicle out it ain't going to cost me nothing if I have to make a 50% profit or a 10% profit on this vehicle that comes in. You should have enough inventory to be able to cover that. You should have your usage in order to where you know exactly how much it costs you per detail. And it shouldn't be much. So even if you did a job for $100 and it took you 3 hours, you should still be making a profit if your operation is somewhat in order. Okay.
This is when ego's got to get checked. You could do that if you're that good, but knowing that's a big one. Some guys like, nah, I ain't doing that. Like, okay, now he could do that.
Yeah.
My man ain't complaining.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. He ain't complaining. He ain't over there sitting like, I ain't losing nothing on that.
Yeah. And I guess it's how much do you want it? Because I know dudes that'll take every motherfucking, anything that comes through, they're not stopping, bro. Mobile, shop, it doesn't matter.
Right.
They're pumping. They're like, I don't care. I'm going to overload this shit.
Okay. Well, if you're running ads, that's what you should be doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to offset. If you got some shit to offset, but then you got manpower too. Yeah. But that's, and then you got some guys that are like, nah, man, I'm cool with the 1-2 cars. That's it.
Hey, you know what? And also, I want to shout out those dudes because we get a lot of, I don't know, I'm going to push back. Some people think we're hating. Like, I'm not hating on those dudes. If them cats get down like that and that's their business model, like, hats off to you, man.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
However you're getting it. But
Talk to a roofer. And he was like, hey, I got no problem doing this.
Yeah. And he was making money.
I work 6 months out the year. I know exactly how much money I'm getting. I'm living for this. Yeah. It's keeping me in shape.
Yeah. And he's doing it very smart.
I would never do no pimping. He ain't catching me.
But he's also doing it to where it's so easy for him. Yeah. Where it's like, yo, this is easy extra money on the side.
Everything, all I do is
this is easy extra money. But he got it all. Yeah. He got the cordless Metro. He got the Transla. He got the EcoFlow. He took the KCX experience. Yeah. My man's doing it nice. So he's literally getting all of the best information he could get. Yeah. And is like, just, okay, that's all I gotta do is listen to these cats and So he's like, for me, I make a few G's a month extra just doing 1 or 2 details on the weekend. He goes, so I'm good. Like for me, this is money. This is plain money. This is extra money. So however you're doing it, just know there's a better, efficient way. So for somebody like that, even if you cut off 50% of their earnings, more than likely, he's going to bring home money still. Like you want to give yourself that flexibility to be, and there's certain things where we go into and we may get objections here and there, but I'm willing to deal with the price objections in the forefront to cover myself on the back end, because we have a level of expectations and standards and a reputation to kind of stand by, since we have a lot of referral. We're like 95% referral based at this point. So if we don't live up to that standard,
we're going to know.
Yes, and the word will get around, and that's like there has to be a level of standard that you're operating at. So for us, we're trusted already from the get-go. So we have to give a time, we have to be very thorough with time, with execution, with the communication. Everything has to be so thorough. So if it's not, and it also has to, and we have to communicate while communicating a rough estimate for them if needed. Most of the time it's not needed, which is fantastic. And I hope everybody gets to that point in your business, because that makes life a lot easier. But when your pricing is objected upon, those are very far and few.
But the remedy to that, if our estimate, we can't gather enough information from our estimate, we give them the minimum maximum price.
Yes.
So it's always.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's always worth it for us.
Yes.
Like we did a vehicle yesterday, and it was a farm truck. Toro.
So and now a lot of detailers, a lot of new guys, maybe the old guys, they base the type of work you're doing by success, by you know what I'm saying? You guys are still detailing. Well, if you knew,
yeah.
If you knew,
yes,
what this was bringing in,
yes,
maybe not just money, connection,
yes,
business relationship,
yep.
There's something that's paying off.
Trade,
yes,
there's something, and that in itself ends up being more beneficial in the long run. And that's when they say business is relationships.
Yeah.
Like we're now working because that's more important than anything else in the business. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. Like you said, we don't do mold removal. You can't just do mold removal.
Yeah.
There's something coming out of that.
Yes. Yeah. Like I'm getting paid if I'm doing
something's happening.
Yes. For you, it's like there's areas when you're good at them, you should be rewarded handsomely. When you're that good at something, like you should be. And I think this is where the discussion should start now, where now know your worth. Don't know your worth when your worth is not it. Like if I was saying that shit and I first started, because I said cast that just start detailing, right? Or they're just starting to get serious. Oh, I know my worth, this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I know your worth too. And honestly, it ain't looking like much.
Okay. You know your worth, but your people don't.
Yeah.
So it don't matter at this point. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's also an experience too, where I think it's better on that side from a long-term business perspective to kind of scale back a little bit. Like as your technical skills get better, as your operational skills get better, as your servicing gets better, as your relationship building gets better, as you start to grow, then you can, in the right ways. And I'm not talking scaling. I'm talking growth. I'm talking margins. I'm talking levels of things that you're providing. We're more focused on your business growing from a margin perspective. Because when you start growing from a margin perspective, now you got money. Now I got capital. Now I got my time back. Mm-hmm. Because my profit margin is 70, 85, 90%. Now I'm bringing money. I could lose 70% of the listed price of this detail and still come home with money. My profit margin is that high. Mm-hmm. That's comfort in your business. That's, we could go 3, 4, 5 months without a detail and be cool.
And that's the questions you need to ask when you get that decked out van. What's your margin now? Yeah. Talk to me what your margin is now.
Yeah, we need to break out the calendar. How we do in the training, we break down the calendar and we go over overhead costs. Yeah. We break it down by day.
And then not only that, what's your margin like in the second year?
Yeah.
What's your margin like in the third year?
Yeah.
You ain't even got no data for the third year. You ain't got no data for the second year.
Yeah. Well, some people don't have data, period. So, but this all comes into effect when you start talking pricing. So, there's the pricing that's in alignment with the technical outcome. That's always going to be, if people know what they're going to get and they're willing to pay whatever, that discussion, that's completely different. Like we all want to get there. That's where we want to get. But
this is not the intent of what I wanted to get. But it's a damn good conversation.
Yeah, because it's real about pricing because people price for different things and to say it's right or wrong, it's like telling somebody like they're doing business wrong. When it's almost like you could do it in so many different ways. So it's however you want to operate. It's however you want to operate. But the ones that I see, there's like a certain thing that a lot of the guys that are successful, that it always comes up that they have these few things on point. And they know these to a T. Mm-hmm. Because it's the real importance in any business is you got to know the numbers. You got to know what's happening. Like, what's the reaction to your action? Is this doing something good for you? Is this in alignment with where you want the future to go? Because those decisions got to be made. You can't just be making decisions like this is your business, your livelihood, and it's pretty much going to consume a lot of your time. So let's make it worthwhile. Let's target the right things and make the right money that we want to be doing. But it's more complicated than just, you charge that much, I'm gonna charge that much too.
Right.
Because that could put your business under.
Right.
If someone's like, you're charging that much, then I'm not charging enough. I need to charge more. But they don't know. They don't know
the reasons for that.
Yeah.
The stuff that have down, the stuff that's been proven that they're doing already. They don't have those things.
Yeah. And those are the ones where, my clients won't pay that much. It's because there's a reason. There's a reason. Look and find out what that reason is. And 9 times out of 10, it's not your clients.
Okay. A lot of, another one, I think relatable, multiple vans.
Yeah.
You can make money off it,
but
at what cost? And for us, it's not worth it. However, there are guys that are doing it, don't mind those things.
Yeah.
And they're getting money, and they're doing if we were going to do that, we would do it like my man's over here.
But we also have these like really, really hard, non-negotiable prerequisites for the type of work, the amount of hours, everything that we want to put into this. Mm-hmm. If we want to start messing with that, and like, hey, Playboy, we're going to have to double the amount of time that we're in the field.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have to double the amount of travel this year. Or we're going to have to, those things, like, is it worth that?
Yeah.
On the flip side?
Yeah.
But,
however,
I'm happy with slow growth.
Yeah.
I'm happy with slow growth.
If it is worth it, we're willing to let go of something else.
Yes.
You do that, something else has got to go.
Yes.
That's what we're like.
And that's not a problem for us.
Okay.
That is not a
we
problem.
We could do this, but that means we can't do this anymore.
Okay. If that's the cost, if that's going to be the cost to get there, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like it's like it got to be very objective at some point. Maybe you don't need to be offering a certain thing. Maybe you don't need to be doing this. Maybe you don't need to be doing that as much. So we do it with the podcasts and the videos. It's like, is it worth? Like, we have to assess it at points. Is it worth it doing this? Is it worth the investment and the time of us doing this? And it turns out, yes, it is. Enough people are benefiting from it as the channel grows slowly, but it's quality. So people are recognizing it. It's getting the right attention that we wanted to, and people are learning, and it's coming back to us. So yeah, we're going to continue to do it. But there's areas in business where people are like throwing like thousands and thousands and thousands. It's like, what did our client and good friend Adam say? He goes, it's pretty easy. He goes, it's a set of incoming numbers and a set of outgoing numbers. You look at your performance indicators and you see what's performing and what's not performing, and you cut off the ones that are not performing. He goes, you stop the bleeding, you cut it off immediately. He goes, and that's the simplest way to begin. Like, that right there could solve so many of your problems. Because if you're cutting something out completely, you're not just cutting out the task, you're cutting out all the shit that's involved with it. It may be inventory. It may be additional labor hours. It may be additional man labor. It may be a risk. It may be a risk management hazard. So if you eliminate all of those out of certain things, done. Oh, why don't you guys do airplanes? No, the risk is way too high. The risk is way too high.
On the other hand, there's guys that do it and make a lot of money.
Yes. But there's just certain things that I think everybody's business needs to just kind of check and look at and get feedback from people, honest feedback. Because when I was getting checked in the early days from clients, hey, this window's still looking a little foggy.
That's bad. You get checked.
Yes. I'm running out and I'm fixing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Run back out. I'll take care of it. I'll hold it down. I'm going to take care of it. That's where you get better.
I worked in the distribution business. So
like a drug dealer.
I worked in distribution. Supply. Anyway, there was an area that we had that was marked discrepancies.
Yeah.
That is just bad culture in general.
That you have created. I'm going to create some for all the fuck ups.
Yes.
This is all the shit that
I couldn't do nothing about it but however, it was just like, this is the problem.
Yeah.
There's a place where you could go and fuck up and it'd be okay.
That's like having a culture of late people, and then you have a parking spot for the person that's late. Hey, if you're ever late, just park in that spot. That's for you. It's like you're incentivizing them. Like, yes. Because trust me, if it's the last hour of work and I'm like this, and I'm walking around, I'm like, I gotta go stock this thing. I'm tossing this discrepancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how employees think. That's how employees think. So when you create those cultures, and I think we've created a culture where we just don't cut corners.
Yeah.
Even when it feels like I cut a corner, I know there's others out there. The majority out there haven't even gotten this far, so it would
what I said, the discrepancy.
Like the average detailer is not even going to be able to tell the difference.
Right.
That's what level I'm talking about.
And as far as us in our scheduling, we don't have room to go back.
No.
We're straight working for free.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Like, man, we out here for free.
Yeah.
Because we fucked up.
Yeah, and that's another way to kill your business. Is like these guys that have if it rains a day, if it rains within 24 or 48 hours, bro, you're telling me you're just giving your client's an adult. If your client is booking you, if your client isn't accountable enough to know there's a possibility it could rain after I get my car detailed and have the expectation you're going to come out. And what if it rains and then it goes another day without rain, then it rains again? And they call you, hey, brother, we weren't expecting the second rain, but it rained again. Then what?
Hey.
No, we cover one rain. You get one rain. But either way, that one rain detail or that wash, you just
hey, you know the guys
you created an opportunity cost for yourself.
You know the guys that I like to run with when I say that, and I get to say, "You stupid, that's your fault," and they're just like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" Like,
yeah, you created that.
Yeah, I like when I get to say that. You're just like, "You're right."
Yeah,
you stupid.
Yeah,
you stupid mother lover.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
But we need to hear that.
Yeah.
Like there's people that have said stuff to us. They're like, you do that? They're like, man, fuck that. I just don't like, what's his name? He's like, man, I don't do none of that. He goes, the car's getting polished. I hit that motherfucker. I go straight to soap. he goes, I go straight to soap. Mm. You know, so some of you guys out there, like, you know, if we know, we will time a detail if it's outside. We'll time a detail to where as soon as that rain stops, we're done with the wash and we're ready to dry the car. Because we'll wash it with a little sprinkle in the air because we already know
I ain't gonna do that.
We're good.
I ain't gonna do
And
that.
it's not going to disrupt the wash. But as soon as we're like, okay, the sun's going to come out to
take care of that.
we're like,
okay,
cool. Thing. So we time everything strategically, man. Time is money. And I think when you value your time, and that's another thing, if the clients value your time, our clients are like, man, I'm so sorry. I know because they know when they see us operate, they know we're not messing around. They know what time it is. They're like, yo, let me get out of their way. They're like that. Is there anything else you guys need? And we're good. We're moving. We're just moving. So it's
yeah, man. So I just want you guys tell us some stuff that you guys will not do, but if the money's right.
Oh yeah, some of RVs, boats, do some shit you've never done before. Oh, I'm going to do that. Give me an airplane. Slow down. Yeah. And we're talking detailing. I know some of you do some crazy shit for money, but we're just talking the detailing.
Or not. Don't be snitching on yourself.
All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one.